Anybody? Mom, by the way, if you can hear us, somebody call my mother and tell her she can go on Facebook and watch this on my page. So, and by the way, that leads me to say that I'm in my hometown for the holidays, everybody. Isn't that kind of fun?
All right.
Which seems weird to say, though. Out of these 60 years I've been alive, I lived here for 18. Just because they were the first 18, how does that say hometown? You know what I mean? I think it'd be more appropriate to say place where they still call you butt breath. So welcome home, everybody. Start the show.
Since 2020, we've done plenty of virtual comedy shows online. And though the virus is slowing, we'll keep going because we've still got lots of hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. It's a Zoom meeting with jokes. So please turn on your camera, turn on your mic, unless you have barking dogs or a rabid moose in your living room, in which case, please mute yourself for Pete's sake, and let's have some fun.
It's the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Steve Goodie and Brad Tassell. Tonight, Steve and Brad welcome comedian
Bill Van T.
Plus funny songs from
Randy Brooks.
and a patty melt from Patti Vasquez.
Hooray!
And much, much more. Now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Hey, I'm texting my mom to see if she cares. Mom, that's the kind of show it is, everybody. That's what we do here. Welcome to the Virtual Comedy Show, where we text our parents to see if their audio's on. And Merry Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa. Is that still a thing? Fantastic.
Yeah, the whole deal.
Holidays. Hey, we have a diverse show, everybody. By the way, this is not the room I'm in. We're in a hotel because years ago, so my mom can't hear me. Somebody tell Janet, go call and text Darby and tell her to tell mom how to turn the audio on her phone. All right, let's go back and start this show over. So I'm in my hometown. We're in a hotel, though, because we used to stay with my mom. But what happens there is nobody sleeps. So we stopped doing that. But we do have an incredible show with El Ropo himself, Phil Van T. Come on, let's hear it. Phil Van T, everybody.
All right.
And, of course, superstar and New York Times kingpin, king of killing grandma on Christmas. And by the way, Randy, in my show, I say we kill grandma every year, but now I'm going to kill grandpa, and I do that song that you let us do. It's Randy Brooks, everybody. Let's hear it, Randy Brooks. And, of course, we've got the amazing Hanukkah man himself, Steve Goodie, is here. That's fantastic. Hi. And, of course, we just found out that she would slay at the dreidel game if she played Patti Vasquez. I think Patti would do well at the.
Yeah, she's got the gambling.
I think she's got the gambling chops. So Janet, did you hear me? Okay, good. So great. So okay. Welcome everybody to the show. And I noticed something this week. I was on this ship that I'm always on. Kids today are too pampered. We think about Santa coming and the millions of presents. And okay, I got 100 presents a year at Christmas, but that's not what I'm talking about. These kids are complaining on a luxury cruise line. They're just sitting there. They're on their phones. They go to these amazing islands. They're like, this is boring. I want to skateboard. I want to go blah, 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 blah. Like, did anybody here have 6-8 days on a Grand Cayman cruise growing up? Anybody?
Not me.
No, not me. You know what vacation was at my house? My parents would drop us off at a farm for like 6 hours. It was called Pick Your Own Blueberries.
I'm sorry.
If I do this?
He texted me that my parents texted me that I needed to help you here.
Okay, my mom's phone is Darby.
I just
Darby.
now got it.
Darby,
Hi.
We hear you.
Darby's here.
All right, everybody. We got it. No need to
We got
talk.
it.
Muted or
Your audio is on, everybody. And we're
My
live.
audio is on.
All right. So now let's start this show all over because it's screwed up to hell. And this whole bit I was doing is just blown to hell. So that's nice. But did anybody do that? Pick your own blueberries? Anybody grown up? That's nice. That was our vacation. It was a fun day with the family where you went and harvested a farmer's crops for him. That was fantastic. Anybody? Yeah.
Off to Michigan.
It was not, or they did strawberries too. I can't wait for spin your own cotton to thread day. That was my favorite day. Now, what was next? Go to the corn maze and fill bags with corn during the maze. Would that be great? So anyway, You know what? I've lost faith for this entire show right now. I'm looking at all this stuff. By the way, my daughter, you just heard her. She's super into science. She is an entomologist. We all know that, right? So what that means is we can no longer kill bugs in the house. That's nice. We have to shoo them out the door or relocate them to another area of the house, which is fine. I'm not for killing stuff. Although one day it was like 10 degrees last week, and I found a wolf spider in the corner, and I gently picked it up, so sweet, put it in a little glass. I took it outside and laid it on the steps, and I swear in the frigid air it said, "Just kill me, bastard. What are you doing?" I'd rather be smashed than sitting out in 10-degree weather. Although I do say it's great that she's an entomologist because if she went into geriatric care, we'd be in a home the first time I tripped over a rug. So that's nice. All right. Okay, well, let's do it. I wrote a few jokes. Let's see how they're going. Here we go. California squirrels are for the first time showing carnivorous behavior.
Oh, dear.
I know. The little furry-tailed nut lovers are suddenly hunting and killing other animals. Is that wild? This is causing a good bit of fear, with one moose saying, "Hey, Rocky, what are you doing with that knife?"
Yeah.
That's cute. Hey, Janet enjoyed that one. Don't come over here dressed like that. Honda and Nissan are considering a merger. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Both are suffering from very low sales. I wonder why, if you've driven either of them. Automotive watchdogs are applauding the move, as once the car companies are connected, your new car can have a crappy interior and a bad transmission. It's going to be fantastic. Together.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for low self-esteem folks who feel they don't deserve comfort or getting where they're going. So it's really going to be nice. Luigi Mangione. Every time I say that, I hear. Anybody else? Just me? Okay.
Actually, I hear the Godfather theme.
That's right. He did that?
No.
Oh, but Luigi, you know.
Oh, Louis. Okay, don't help. Luigi Mangione, the alleged shooter of the CEO of United Healthcare, has been charged with murder, fraud, forgery, weapons charges, and terrorism. That's great. Federal prosecutors are also trying to decide if, since he was a proponent of healthy lifestyle and arrested in McDonald's, could they get him for aggravated irony? I made up aggravated irony. That's a pretty good thing.
Yeah.
I know. Prosecutors in the Luigi Mangione case say that Mangione was trying to intimidate civilian populations by shooting the CEO of United Healthcare. That's the terrorism. I think the problem is more that he was trying to motivate the civilian population. If he was right? Anybody? Okay.
Yes.
Any non-billionaire in here? Any non-CEO feel intimidated by this guy? I don't think so. Maybe instead of terrorism, he should be charged with decreasing the 1%. I think that could be the too far. What?
Yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon? It's never too soon. I tell you this, I look good right now. I look at that.
You do.
It's the sweatshirt.
Got the green.
That is what matters.
That's what matters. Look at this apartment we're in. Can you believe it? No, it's fake. Okay, this joke I don't understand. 2 Chinese astronauts completed a 9-hour spacewalk, beating the record set by U.S. astronauts by 4 minutes. The only problem is, once they came back in the capsule, they wanted to walk out an hour later. Again.
Classic.
Yeah, I didn't have much faith in that one. Tom Cruise was awarded the highest honor given to civilian by the Navy for bringing increased public awareness to the service and making damn sure since 1986 that every Navy pilot will punch you in the face if you call them goose.
Yeah.
You don't have to fake it. It's okay.
I think we do.
That's right. Okay, then fake it better. 30 million people in the southern United States are under a fog alert.
Wow.
30 million. Oddly, the fog is mostly being reported in the basements of women with gamer sons in their 30s. Okay. The Supreme Court will take up the TikTok ban case on January 10th to decide if the ban will go forward or if Justice Alito will learn the nay-nay. Dance.
It looks like the Trump dance.
It does. This, isn't it? Something like that. You can now talk to Chat GPT on the phone by dialing 800 Chat GPT. This is true. The AI has already taken millions of calls with 90% starting with, "What are you wearing?" That was good. Okay. An entomologist, hey, entomology joke number 2. An entomologist in Washington State has said that they have eradicated the murder hornet in the United States. Can you believe it?
Wow.
I know. After hearing this, RFK Jr. said he'd have him back by January 22nd. And now a sketchy joke. The report Congress is releasing about the exploits of ex-Congressman Matt Gaetz says he paid tens of thousands of dollars to have sex with women, girls, and for illegal drugs. Slow down, dude, said the ghost of Jeffrey Epstein. Slow down. All right. And last but certainly least, Tennessee pastor Kira Austin Young. Hey, you're in Nashville. Do you know Kieran Austin Young, Steve?
Yeah, I just had lunch with her.
He's a pastor.
Yeah, absolutely.
She has created what is called the biblically accurate angel that you put on the top of your Christmas tree.
Nice.
It's nothing like angels we think we have heard of or seen. It has 6 wings, all with dozens of eyes. It's blue and pink with feathers and has multiple heads. Pastor says if you want an authentic tree, that is the angel to have. And she also invites you to her sermon at the Peyote Church of the Ketamine God. Okay, that's it. Steve, come on in. Let's get the hell out of here.
Tassell, buddy.
Best part is I got it in under 13 minutes.
That is the best part.
That is the best part.
Not every week we can identify the best part, but this
That's
week.
right. Yes, yeah. Many times the best part's hard to find. I'm going to go back and say it was the California squirrels joke.
All right, let's go with that.
Yeah, the Rocky joke.
Yeah.
Hey, Rocky.
Yeah.
Any of those. It's so hard to shoot.
It's so
Well
hard.
done, Brad. Hey, it's time for a top 10. Let's do this thing. As many of you know, my life revolves around the United Kingdom. I go back and forth to Edinburgh about 3 times a week now. Home away from home. It's where all my money goes.
When did you go last?
I just said 2 days ago. And
Oh, my gosh.
don't help.
Sorry.
And it's time. It's December. It's almost Christmas, which means it's time to sign up for another set of theater excitement at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in August. You have to do it now. So here's a fun tale for all of you. I contacted our friend Charles, and I said, hey, I'd like to do this again. And he sent me a list of options and a list of prices. And I said, whoa, that costs a lot more than it did last year. And it turns out that I'd forgotten that he'd given me a special deal last year. With 1 week of it, don't have to pay him anything. We'll just split the proceeds. And then the other 2 weeks, I pay in advance an exorbitant amount of money. And we'd both forgotten about that. And so he said, oh, by the way, you owe us the equivalent of $625 American dollars. And I said, whoa, what are you talking about? And so I looked back at our contract. He was supposed to tell me this by the beginning of September. It's the latest, the end of September. And he didn't. He's just telling me this now. Oh, by the way, and he said, and he sent me a link to a invoice like that 4 days before Christmas and Hanukkah. Yeah, because I got $625 sitting here. No idea what to do with it. So looking at my contract, and I said, I don't think I have to pay this. I think it was his responsibility to tell me this 3 months ago. And now we're in this big war, and it's exciting. And everybody, including our friend Brad and a couple other people on this show, have told me, don't pay him. Don't work for him anymore, but don't pay him. And I'm really not sure. I don't know what to think. I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know. Talked to a bunch of people, practically hired a lawyer, but not yet. But the fun thing is, it leads to tonight's top 10 category. Top 10 ways to be petty in settling a $625 debt with an entitled twit who is probably in the right legally. Just want to point out, nobody likes this guy. So here we go. Top 10 ways to be petty in settling a $625 debt with an entitled twit who's probably in the right legally. Number 10, Pay him 62.5 cents per week for 1,000 weeks. Number 9, pay him in bananas. There's no way he can eat that many bananas before they go bad. No way. Number 8, send him a check. A check that I've been sitting on for 3 hours after a Taco Bell lunch fiesta. Number 7, a check with clinically sharpened edges, virtually guaranteeing a paper cut. Number 6, enclose an anthrax-soaked Band-Aid with the clinically sharpened check. Number 5, also enclose a modified anthrax antidote kit, which will turn his ears bright blue and make him fart "God Save the Queen" for 2 weeks, forcing him to stand up every 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Number 4, pay one of his employees $1.50 to stick a sign on his back saying, "Ask me about my tendency to be a snotty little bitch."
Ah.
Angry?
Number 3, buy his kid a t-shirt saying, "Son of a snotty little bitch." His son did nothing wrong. His son is a lovely kid. This is not, okay, it doesn't matter. Number 2, send him 37 congratulatory Christmas cards from the 37 murderers who got their death sentences commuted this week. And the number 1 way to be petty in settling a $625 debt with an entitled twit who's probably in the right legally: do a top 10 list about him on a rinky-dink Zoom show.
Well, the best part is you did this on a show that you can watch and
I
then
know.
use this all against you. So you might as well pay him now because
It's only $600.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm thinking option 1, 62.5 cents a week for 1,000 weeks. I'm gonna go with that.
Guess what the beg for money is going to sound like this week. Okay. Hey, are we looking for Patty?
We are.
I'm always looking for Patty.
I'm always looking for Patty.
There she
I can't
is.
find her.
I see her. I'm adding her. Here we go. Hi, Patty.
Save us.
I rarely leave Chicago, so
Wow, between Patty and Brad, we have all the Christmas colors.
Yeah, you are so Christmassy. Oh my gosh.
you know what? I decided it was time to take back red baseball hats.
Yeah.
That's right. Great.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Thank you.
You're so good. Where are you?
I'm in my bedroom.
Oh, I thought you said you weren't in Chicago.
No, I said I rarely ever leave Chicago. You were saying you're always looking for me.
Oh, that's true.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but your windows are covered. So. All right. We should do a thing.
That got creepy. Hey, it's a new thing.
Oh yeah.
Ready for the new thing?
Yeah.
It may sound a little familiar. Here we go.
Is Patty crazy?
Am I crazy?
Patty's not sure, Patty's not From lunatics winning their local races to major league wackos with orange faces to obnoxious a-holes taking handicapped spaces. If she's losing her mind, that's fair. She's Patti Vasquez.
Am I crazy?
I think you are.
Am I crazy? Okay. I actually, you were talking about possibly Steve providing evidence in a legal dispute. And I actually had to throw out a couple jokes. I was like, taken out of context, that could sound like I was threatening somebody if I even talk about Luigi Mangione. So,
Yeah.
because here's the thing: is I have stayed away from this in general, this conversation, and part of it is I'm just uncomfortable with the idea that there are things that humans can do that are terms for executing them. And I know that sounds. I'm not even arguing. I'm not like an acolyte for it. At any rate, as some of you might know, it's something that even affected my own family. And I'll just tell you, it doesn't make any difference. And it's kind of pertinent today because President Joe Biden commuted the sentences of 37 people who were on federal death row. And there were 40. And if you don't know who the 3 were that he did not commute them to life in prison, it was the shooter at the synagogue, the shooter at the church, I believe in South Carolina, and one of the Boston bomber. And people are losing their mind. They're like, well, it's, by the way, it's across the board crazy. So I watch them and it makes me crazy. So that will answer this week's question. But there are people who are like, I guess he loves crime. Of course, Hunter Biden's dad, like all this stuff on that side of it, like, angry that he did it. And then they're like angry that why doesn't he pardon everybody on death row? There's over 300 people only not getting that. There's a difference between federal and state, whatever. I can't. At any rate, it just was an interesting day to watch that today. I've had kind of a stressful day. I got a letter on Friday. I have an adult son with special needs with a cognitive disability and physical challenges, and he is on Medicaid. And so this actually, I guess this kind of folds into what happened. But at any rate, I got a letter on Friday. I opened it at 5 p.m. after business hours, folks. You know how this goes. And it says that Declan is losing his health benefits as of January 1st.
Oh, for God's sake.
All right. And the first thing you do is you just kind of devolve into sheer panic of like, oh my God, did I miss something? How did we lose? Is Dr. Oz already in charge? Like, it was a lot going through my head. And here's the thing, knowing, by the way, I work for the state of Illinois, so I know how these offices work. So I knew there was nothing I could do. So I just had to like forget about it. And I literally forgot about it so much, right, that when I remembered today at noon, I went right back into sheer terror, which was a little bit tempered by the hour and 40 minutes on hold. Holy crap balls. And with this like music on a loop, I had it on speakerphone, and then Steve and Griffin have been humming it all day. And it's kind of this haunting, creepy, like orchestra. Anyway, it was bizarre. And I'm looking at the document. I actually have the document that fell off my dresser. But here, I got it. So it says that the reason here. I'll read you the reason that he's been declined health benefits. He or she is either not related to the applicant nor part of their tax household.
Oh, and who's the applicant?
I am. So I apply on his behalf. So I get all of his records, all of his letters, everything. And here's the thing. While I was on hold for an hour, 40 minutes, I like had this entire, and you know that you can't, it's not the person on the other end of the phone's fault, but you want to find out the answers as soon as possible. Yeah. And I actually worked through all the possible reasons. And I remembered he turned 19 this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So which means that he is no longer my dependent. He now has, so she gets on the phone. I was already like, I'd already gotten pre-angry and gone through all the arguments that I was already like, hi, I'm so glad that you answered the phone. I already know why this is wrong. How can you help me?
Yeah.
Which was creepy for her. Yeah. At any rate, he kept telling me over and over again, he has to fill out the paperwork. And I told he can't, he's disabled. She's like, well, you're going to have him fill out the paperwork. And she said it over and over again, that it made me reconsider my ideas on capital punishment. Anyway, have a great night, everybody.
Patti Vasquez is definitely going crazy, and I don't blame her one bit.
Am I crazy?
Okay,
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
So, but at first they said that it's because he's not related to you, and now it's because he's 19?
Yeah, and that's a good question, because it says not part of my tax filer household, right? He is. I can claim him as a dependent on my taxes for the rest of his life.
You can do it till 26, no matter what. Anyway,
right? No matter what, exactly. But that's the thing. I just figured that was going to be the the problem is the state of Illinois didn't ever send out a notice saying, hey, heads up, you need to file differently because now he's 19. Like, wouldn't you think that would be a better communication? Other than he's not related to you and you don't claim him on your taxes.
Yeah, that's I still walk wrong because of him coming out. But anyway, that's okay. Where are we in the world? That's why I don't pay attention to anything anymore.
But I went through all like different variations of rage, knowing that none of them would help me on the phone with this person that I worked my way back to, like was like aggressively cheerful. So am I crazy?
What do you have to do next, or is it over?
I have to get proof that I'm his guardian, which I am. You have to legally file for guardianship. And we'd have proof of that. I have to fill out that paperwork. Then they'll send us something back to have me fill it out for him, which is fun.
Can you go meet her? Say, Declan and I are going to come meet you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You can do that. You can do it that way too. But it doesn't really speed the process up. And now I'm driving into Humboldt Park for this reason.
Oh yeah! Wow! Oh my gosh! Again, Patti, my life is so easy compared to yours.
How do you do it? And you are crazy, and you have every reason to be.
You are crazy, and it's just a daily. The Valhalla that I live in. I can't believe it. Oh my God!
Well,
but I've been trying to tell you, Brad.
I will be honest with you. I had a friend call me not too long ago and say they were going through a tough time, and she said she thought of me, and it made her feel better.
Nah.
Yeah. Last week on the cruise, when somebody complained about me.
Yep.
I thought about Patti and all she's going through, and it made my life better.
If that's the difference I make in your life, I encourage it. I mean, like, what a wonderful gift to give people.
I don't know why you would be so upset, Brad. I complain about you every week.
That's right. But I'm not upset. I'm upset for Patty. I wish we could do something for Patty, but we can't. So there you go. All we can do is get rid of her.
Thanks, Patty. You're the best.
Did you get rid of her? Do what happened?
You get rid of her. I'm getting
I
Randy.
can't find her.
Hey, look,
She keeps
everybody.
moving.
It's Randy Brooks.
No, there she is. She's way down here now.
I'm removing her. Fine. Hi, Randy.
Got her. Randy
Hi,
Brooks.
Randy.
Hey, buddy.
I think if Steve, that person that's Patty's problem, $625, everything would go away.
Just like that. That's right. That and dump some tea in some body of water. Something would work. Hi, Randy. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the toast of the country right now, and yet you're doing our show. That's all I want to say. That's what Bob wanted me to say. Also. You know the drill around here. We're gonna do an intro for you, then you're gonna do a song. We have no idea what you're gonna do. And then I'll do a song that somehow answers that, and then you'll do another one. Sound good?
Got it?
Here we go.
It's our musical guest, our musical guest. Gonna sing something funny and then Steve will play something in between. Our musical guest, our musical guest. It's time for our musical guest.
Randy Brooks. And I'm still here. I didn't mean to be
I
here.
hope so.
You put yourself back. Okay.
It's December 23rd,
It is.
and I'm sure people expect me to sing "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer."
Ooh, that would be neat.
We've done that, we've done that so many times. But not to dismiss the song entirely. I thought maybe what I could do tonight is to substitute the lost verses for the version that you usually
Oh,
hear.
wow. This is like an exclusive?
Found this in the bottom of the guitar case in Bowling Green a couple of weeks ago.
Man.
So I'll do the chorus that you know, but then we'll do these different verses. And this may be the last time you have me on the show.
I don't think so.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Oh, play softly. Walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa. But as for me and Grandpa, we believe. While we plan the visitation, nailing down the date and time, we'll be pondering vacation that we hope we'll all soon take on Grandma's dime. And the grandkids are excited, and they're wondering as we speak, who will get the Buick Skylark that she only drove to church one time a week. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Now we'll have to deal with probate, and the family is annoyed. But since Grandma died intestate, all the promises she made are null and void. Everyone keeps telling Grandpa that she's in a better place. If just one more person says that, he will spray them in the face with Grandma's mace. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our house Christmas Eve. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. You can say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Happy Hanukkah, Steve.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah!
The lost verses.
Fantastic. I've never felt so honored. That's wonderful. In case there are people who have joined us that don't know, Randy really did write that song. That really is his song. We got the real guy who wrote that song on our show, and we don't know how. You might have noticed I've changed clothes a little bit, a little costume change. Why? Because the song I want to do relates to Randy's song because it's about death. Because as Patty reminded us, 3 people's sentences were not commuted by President Biden recently, yesterday it was, and one of them was one of the 2 brothers, the surviving brother of the Boston Marathon bombing. And I realized I wrote a song about this 11 years ago, and I've never played it anywhere. And not only that, I never released it anywhere. So it's coming out on the next CD. How do I forget to release this? So here we go. Let's roll that one, please.
Well, that was better than we expected. Hey, it's me. Remember me? I'm famous because I blew up the Boston Marathon. Remember? I was a total nobody. My face was pretty spotty. Got ignored wherever I was. So I got me a big old crock pot, stuffed it full of explosives. That's right. Then I put my hoodie on, went to the marathon where everybody's mind got blown. They said, boy, we're gonna get you. Then they put my picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone. I got to see my picture on the cover. Stone. 'Cause I'm a homicidal mother. Stone. I get to see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Oh, man, that's beautiful. They called all the cops in and they shut down Boston, scared everybody out of their brain. Oh, that's true. They interviewed my poor old daddy. He said my boys must have been framed. What? He couldn't believe what his sons had achieved. I'd have thought he'd be proud, but no. He was annoyed and bitter till his boy got his picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone. I got to see my picture on the cover. Wish I could send a copy to my brother, and he could see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Hey, bro, look at this. Rock and roll. Oh, that was beautiful. Now I'm a big rock star who can't play the guitar with a crazy look in my eyes. And now millions of kids all over the world have me to idolize. Oh yeah! Forget music, just get a facial tick and a cooker and a cellular phone. And you can be a terrorist, you can get your picture on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone. I got to see my picture on the cover, 'cause I'm a sociopathic baby murdering nutter. You get to see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone. On the cover of the Rolling Stone. I got to see my picture on the cover, 'cause I'm a bastard mother. You get to see my smiling face on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
Wow. That was crazy.
Got to preface it by saying Rolling Stone did put him on the cover.
Yes.
Yes, I should have said that, and that was wrong. And now back to Randy Brooks with something a little more light.
I don't know. 5 years ago, Rolling Stone voted the worst Christmas songs in history, and I got number 5. So I've gotten an award from Rolling Stone.
Nice.
So this, some girls getting ready to make their debut on the Grand Ole Opry. It was a group composed of 5 girls, and they got in touch with me and said, "Do you have a novelty song, a Christmas novelty song for us to do?" Because it was going to be around Christmas time, but we want a novelty song from a feminine point of view. And so I wrote this song, and I never heard back from them. I won't be spending Christmas wishing that I had some place to go. This girl's had a proposition from someone whom I think you know. Ho, ho. I'm going on a date with Santa, the man.
Yeah, I got Spot here.
It's not a romance, just a dinner and dance, but I know the tongues will wag. I'm going on a date with Santa. I'm leaving my cares behind. And Mrs. Claus, oh, Mrs. Claus, oh, Mrs. Claus, don't mind. I went to the mall and I sat on his lap. He gave me a pinch and I gave him a slap. He hung candy canes on the front of my blouse. I think something stirred and it wasn't a mouse. He gave me a nod and I gave him a wink. He asked if I'd like to go out for a drink. I know that he's old, he's way overweight, but I couldn't resist a celebrity date. So I'm going on a date with Santa, the man with the big red bag. It's not a romance, it's dinner and dance, but I know the tongues will wag. I'm going with Santa. I'm leaving my cares behind. And I hope Mrs. Claus, hope Mrs. Claus, hope Mrs. Claus don't mind. I'm rolling my hair up on little round pegs. I'm fluffing and glossing and shaving my legs. I know that it's silly. I ought to get real. If he sees when I'm sleeping, then what's the big deal? He's picking me up around 4:45. That we'll go to some quaint little dive. I asked him which one. He said he's not sure, but it'll be someplace that doesn't mind reindeer manure. I'm going on a date with Santa, the man with the big red bag. It's not a romance, just a dinner and dance, but I know the tongues will wag. I'm going on a date with Santa. I'm leaving my cares behind. And I hope Mrs. Claus, hope Mrs. Claus, hope Mrs. Claus don't mind. He knows that I'm naughty. He says it's okay. To tell you the truth, he prefers it that way. I know he leaves gifts under everyone's tree, but he says that he's got something special for me. I asked what she'd do if his wife ever found her jolly old man had been fooling around. He told me they keep their affairs to themselves. He'd rather not talk about her and the elves. I'm going on a date with Santa, the man with the big red bag. Not a romance, just a dinner and dance, but I know the tongues will wag. I'm going on a date with Santa. I'm leaving my cares behind. Oh, Mrs. Claus, oh, Mrs. Claus, oh, Mrs. Claus don't mind.
Yay!
Boy.
That's
Yay!
Randy Brooks.
Okay, two things. One, that was really good. Thank you very much. And two, Steve, that song was incredibly disturbing. I don't think you should put it out.
Maybe that's why I didn't put it out.
That was so disturbing. I don't know. I was very disturbed by that song. So
you're already pretty disturbed. So.
Hey, you know what? For next year, try to get Elmo and Patty back together. To sing on the show.
It's Patsy.
I know they love each other, don't they? They're such good friends now.
Oh yeah.
Man, I love that last song. The part where you said you're shaving your big red bag, that was great.
Yeah, shaving your big red bag.
Dr.
What has happened to this
played that
show?
song, Randy.
Tonight my mother comes to the show.
Dr. Demento has played that song on his Christmas shows, Randy, just so you know.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Yes,
I did
years
not
and
know
years
that.
ago. Years and years ago.
Oh, cool. I wish he'd play it again.
And gave
He
you
might.
nothing.
Really?
Give you nothing. So, Randy, what do we want to know, Randy? Where are you?
Yes, Randy, where are you playing? What's going on? Where can we see you?
Well, next December I'll be playing again, and they pull me out of the attic like the ornaments once a year. You know?
That's right. Hey, they put you at the top of the tree this year. I'm telling you. New York Times, Inside Edition. My God, it was wild. It was great.
Very
Yeah,
impressive.
it really was amazing.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Randy.
Yay.
Thank
All right,
Randy
Randy,
Brooks.
I'm trying to find our buddy.
Not yet, though. Not yet. I got to think.
what-
It's time for this thing we're going to do every week until I decide not to anymore.
Steve's juggling. Yeah, he's juggling. Well, he's trying. Let's see how many balls
Yeah,
he drops today.
She's in the bedroom, the other bedroom.
Yeah, whoever's chatting, I'm muting you. I think I know who it is. All right, here we go. Drum roll. Let's see. Oops, I dropped one I haven't even started
Oh
yet.
my God.
I don't expect anything of this. Okay.
Well, that was better than we expected.
All right. Well, I'm glad we were
now-
here for that.
Yes. I think I did about 15. That wasn't too bad. That was better than last week.
Speaking of actual talent,
Yeah. Hi, Phil.
we've got Phil Van T, everybody.
I thought that was awfully well done, Steve. And I started out as a juggler back in the 70s.
You literally went to clown college. So your
Literally.
praise means the world.
And look at me now.
I know. You have a plaid vest.
You're in clown PhD school.
Piled higher and deeper. Is that the old joke?
That's right.
I dressed in my holiday finest. I have my Christmas tie. I got this in first grade.
Wait, save the jokes for the show. Gotta be the
old Phil Van T jokes. My wife got me an early El Ropo Christmas present. It's a new belt buckle with an R on it. See? No mistletoe jokes, please.
Yes. All right, great. Start the thing.
We're going to do an intro for you, and then you're going to do a really interesting 7 or 10 minutes. I don't think Brad knows what we're in for, but I do, and it's going to be awesome. Here we go.
It's time for our big headliner. Got some funny jokes to say. Oh, do a 10-minute set headliner. Man, I'm so glad that it's Monday. Yeah.
With his belt buckle.
Thanks. Stellar intro as always. My fans, my huge contingent of fans that are somewhere in these little postage stamp images here. Raise your hands if you're, all of you. Okay. They would be disappointed if I didn't do at least one quick magic trick before I get to story time. We don't put a star on top of our tree. We have a cute little angel, but we still sing about them in karaoke instead of holiday carols. So allow me, catch a falling star and put it in your pocket. Save it for a rainy day. I was just singing about that. Is that the cutest prop you ever saw?
Wow.
I picture a little hobbit washing his dishes with this. You could mash this so small, you could hide it almost anywhere. Oh, too much information. I like to just saw it in half. Vimpa.
Oh,
wow. Two for the price of one. Thanks for the wow, whoever said that. See this twirly? That's showmanship. I'm the only guy that does the twirly. Hey,
it's me.
So lucky I'm here. So don't blink. What? Can't hear you. Got a star in my ear. Where's the other one? Oh, this there. Okay, that was just in my pocket. Sometimes magic is just stuff that's in your pocket. Here's the chin production. Same to you, pal. Considered quite rude in some cultures. Give him a little. Just think about what you've done, little fellow. So that's 3, 2, 1. Don't forget the hat star, and of course the elbow star, chock full of elbow freshness. Twirly. There's no end to this routine. On and on. So those who have followed my career for eons, thank you. And you might know that I used to do some pretty dark humor over the years. And I'm going to put on my dark storyteller hat now. I'd like to recite for you. Recite. Yeah, I put that much time into this. I memorized. I'd like to recite for you pseudo recitation of my version of the Christmas thing. I don't even know. Clement C. Moore wrote it. The night before. Yeah, this one's called The Obscene Christmas Witch. Was nearly midnight at home last Christmas Eve when the germ of this holiday tale was conceived. The creatures were squirming, the rats and the cats. Some were just waking up. That would be the brown bats. The children were hung by the chimney with care. They had begged me to duct tape them there by their hair. While they kicked and had visions of choreographed fruit, I was composing dirges and tuning my lute. Grandmama in a coma and I in the buff. We're just waking up also. The first hour is rough. When out on the bog there arose such a clatter, like a bag of bones dropped from a 50-foot ladder. Away to the window I slunk and I slithered, opened it with my right hand because my left one is withered. The moon on the swamp led my eye to the ditch, where I saw, half submerged, the obscene Christmas witch. She rose up to the shore, neither lively nor quick. Truth be told, she was wheezing and looked deathbed sick. Behind her bubbled up 8 goats covered with scum. She called them by name, but they were too dumb to come. So she bristled and shouted and snorted again. She punched one in the nose, and finally, then they started to move, and they all crouched down low. I leaned out, saw them ooze through our basement window. I noticed 'twas sprinkling. Could the weather get worse? And I heard down below the mean Christmas witch curse. As I drew in my head, I banged it hard on the sash. I relished the pain as I fingered the gash. I turned and caught sight of the bathroom and smiled. The obscene Christmas witch and her goats had all filed one by one through the pipes. Exiting through the vile porcelain, I was in awe of her style. Her eyes yellow and jaundiced, beard scraggly and thin. Her nose long and so jagged, looked like a fish fin. A pipe made of corn cob hung down from her black gums, and it bubbled raw sewage from whence she had come. The goats looked not much better, with large distended bellies. They each rocked like sick dogs, spit up some kind of jelly. She spoke not a word that did not have 4 letters. Some of them so creative made me glad I had met her. They went from the room, left graffiti and scat, and hoof prints and bad smells where they stood and they sat. They returned to the John and lined up to egress. One by one, the goats flushed, leaving one final mess. Then, sticking a finger inside of her nose, I remember her words as she pulled it closed. No matter what holiday spirit you feel, Santa Claus don't exist, but the boogeyman's real. Guys, happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Man.
Christmas.
So good.
Into the toilet we go.
Indeed. Well, acting like we weren't there already. I don't remember him shaving his big red bag. That didn't happen.
That was a witch. It was a woman, wasn't it? No, she might have her own bag.
Are you doing some live or online gigs in the upcoming little bit, Phil, that we should know about?
Just local stuff. Come on out to California. The weather's still pretty darn good. Sorry to rub it in.
Where are you? Where are you in California?
LA, where you are.
Where?
He's
Where?
Who wants to know your home address, Phil?
Are you at the Magic Castle?
First, I have to think about self-doxing. Yeah.
You'll go blind if you don't stop that.
I'm there almost every night, and I'll actually be there tonight because we're closed for the next 2 nights, and I gotta get my magic on.
All right. Well, we will get out there one of these days. We're going to do a broadcast from LA one day, aren't we, Brad? Yes, we are.
Yeah, I want to go to the Magic Castle so bad, and it just
Well,
been a long time.
It's going to happen if you do get out here and give me a little notice. We'll definitely make it happen. It's a pretty cool place.
I'll call you on the way there with 10 minutes. There you go.
That is how Brad rolls. Thank you, Phil Van T. That was tremendous.
Thank you so much.
You the man.
Phil, where's he?
I got him.
Okay.
I got him. He's gone.
I forgot what we're doing.
I think it's time for me to do something dumb. Let's see if that's correct.
How about another dumb song from Steve for no reason?
Exactly what we're supposed to be doing now. Another dumb song from me for no reason. But there is a reason. There's always a reason. And the reason tonight is our friend Chuck. Can everybody see Chuck?
No.
Well, scroll up on top so you can see her wave. Or I can put her on. Would you like me to spotlight you, Chuck, or would you rather I not? Oh,
there's Chuck.
Nobody gave you a choice. There she is.
Sing to Chuck.
Hello.
It not only is it Christmas, but it is almost New Year's. And New Year's is the day we all celebrate Chuck's birthday because she was born on New Year's Day. And that is why we call it New Year's Day, because it's Chuck's birthday. I have made Chuck a birthday gift. And she hasn't heard it or seen it yet. She's going to hear it and see it for the first time with all of us. Everybody got to go, ah. That was pathetic. All right. So here we go. Happy birthday and Merry Christmas, Chuck. And let's hold our breath and see if this works.
Hey, do you know whose birthday is coming up? Jesus? Yeah, I guess, but I was thinking of Chuck. Who's Chuck? Well, you probably know her by her other name, Angel. Oh, you mean that ridiculously talented artist who's not even 20 yet? Yeah! Wait, you know her? Her talent goes on for days. She can draw anybody's face, that's why everybody says, wow, that Angel rocks. She's a Yankovic database. She likes everything that Weird Al plays. Just look at her bookcase. Wow, that Angel rocks. She's got every bit of Al merch. It's crazy. Look, it's a map of Albuquerque folded up like an accordion. But what's with all the sauerkraut? Where do I even start? She's really, really good at art, and she's cute and really smart. Wow, that Angel rocks. Pretty soon she'll graduate, and she'll be a household name one day, and then the world will say, wow, that Angel rocks. Wow, that Angel rocks. Wow, that Angel rocks.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow, that was really good. So that was
Wow.
You know, it would be
I
better
love
than
that.
that, Steve.
Wait, I want to hear Angel's reaction. Then you
Go
can...
ahead. Go ahead, Angel.
I loved it.
Okay, thanks. Go ahead, Brad.
Okay. You know, it'd be better is if you paid her for stuff. You paid her to draw stuff. That would be
That's a really good point. I should do that. Why have I never done? Oh, I did.
$625. I think that's how much. Well, happy birthday there, Chuck, Angel, Chuck.
happy
That's
birthday.
fantastic.
Thank
Good job.
you.
Thank you. You look great. Oh, that was so sweet.
Thanks.
Okay. Now
Okay,
what?
Now I believe it's time for you to beg for money. So let's see
Oh,
if
God.
this works. Here we go.
Brad begs for money. Hey, we need your money. We don't charge a cover for a 2-drink minimum. So what did you expect, Jack?
So if you've watched this show tonight, I didn't take you out. Okay. If you've watched this show tonight, you know we need money. Just my God. First of all, Steve needs $625. He is the worst defendant ever. He's like, I'm going to fight this case, even though I'm guilty in every way. That's fantastic. And also, Patty needs health care. She's about to lose for her son. And also, we had a paycheck, I think, for something. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com. Hey, look, your
It's my
dad's
dad.
doing the show
Excellent.
now just in time to pay us. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians, and we will make the show a little less creepy for Christmas.
We will? Wait, let's not promise things we can't
You know, when
mean.
they sing that song, you know, in the song, they say scary ghost stories at Christmas. This is what they meant back in they knew, foreshadowing 50 years ahead. So go to virtualcomedyshow.com, click donate to the comedians, and send us every dollar you have. I think that's all you have. or Randy, send us did you see that new, you showed us that the jukebox, the postmodern jukebox just did Grandma, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they've gone over 1 million views now.
Yeah, over 1 million views. So he's going to make at least $4.10 tonight. So it's going to be fantastic, over 1 million views.
Wow.
So send us the $4.10.
Yeah,
Okay, let's get out of here and forget.
We don't ask for money from our guests, Brad.
Oh, damn it!
No, it's time. Time for. Wait, hold on. Before we do the thing that you're supposed to be doing, we're doing another thing because I just want you to know that this Christmas, it is Christmas on Wednesday. What will I be doing? I know you're wondering. I will be doing this. I'll be on Auburn's web concert. Does it every Wednesday, and Christmas is no exception. I will be her special guest because I'm the only Jew she knows. This Wednesday, December 25th, 7 p.m. Central, only on TV/Auburn Music. And if you forget that, just message me and I will remind you what that is.
I bet she knows some secret Jews.
She might, yeah. And with the coming administration, there's going to be more of us. All right.
Oh, God.
It is time for the worst joke of the week. Here comes this.
Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke. Worst joke.
Boo! That was the worst joke ever.
Gonzo.
A Dallas Cowboy cheerleader shocked her 40 cheerleader team pals with $600 worth of Christmas gifts each.
Wow.
Yeah. On hearing this, they all said, "When do we shoot the movie?"
Oh, God.
Hey, that was the virtual comedy show. We learned a lot of stuff we didn't need to know, like Santa Claus likes to go ho, ho, ho. That's what you get when you watch this show. I did not know that. We have a lot of fun at the virtual comedy show. It's better than sitting home playing with your toes or going to the dump to watch stuff decompose. Keep coming back to the virtual comedy show. We appreciate your support of the virtual comedy show. With a budget of nada, nothing zero, we're a little less fancy than HBO. Still, every Monday is the virtual comedy show. See you Monday at the virtual comedy show. It's at www.virtualcomedyshow.com. That's right.
Oh, no, wait. Wait, I forgot. We're still on. Don't do anything. Okay, now.